Um, so I started playing basketball. I was 13 years old. I just stopped playing soccer. I was like, I want to begin playing basketball after watching an NBA game like on TV. And so yeah, things went really fast. I went to one club in Geneva, Switzerland, because I'm from Geneva, Switzerland. So then I did 1 year in a small club. Then I got recruited to a big one in Geneva, Switzerland. Then they created an academy for Geneva's prospects. I got into that one. So every year I changed clubs, and after my third year, which was during my 15th years old, when I was 15 years old, I got recruited by a French club, GDA Dijon, where I played for 2 years. But since my third year in Switzerland, the goal was to play D1 basketball. So basically, I signed for 2 years, so I can be like, when I graduate, I can directly go to college. And after the two, so I graduated pad last July, yeah, July. Um, and yeah, I had to go directly to college. Because of COVID, I didn't play much last year. So the guy I was working with just told me like take a postgrad year and go to Williston. And so I had a meeting with a coach, Coach Farmer, which is a super coach. Really, we have a good connection, and I really like the way he coaches. We had a couple Zoom meetings and stuff, and I said, "Yeah, let's go." I feel good with it, and since now I arrived here, and I really love it. It's been 3 months now, and I really improved a lot. Basketball, my basketball game, and also outside the court, everything. Really, it's such a good place and good people here. So that's how I got there. Yeah, I had multiple interests. I still have like a lot of interest now, but the thing is, I didn't play like the game I played were in October, and the recruiting process started like in April, May, so it was kind of late. And because the games I had were in October, they didn't have enough information, so they asked me to take doing post grad here, and that's the reason why I'm here. And yeah, it went so really good so far. Like my second game was a good performance. It was kind of my record, 43 points. So yeah, not really. I really feel good here. And but yeah, I had to go directly to college, but I didn't make it because of COVID. So yeah, I think it was a really good choice to like come here and play as a postgrad. Yeah, I remember I was sick. Actually, it's a fun story. I was sick, so I stayed at home, and we had like these NBA replays on Sport channel. So I watched it was Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James and Tony Parker was still playing in San Antonio. I watched that game. I was like, yeah, basketball seems fun, and and my dad wasn't happy at all with me stopping playing soccer because like I was good. I was striker and like leader scorer. And yeah, so I stopped from like one day to the other. I started playing basketball and it worked. I had really nice people and good coaches that made me like go further every time. And that's how it went, like how it started. But yeah, just one NBA game on TV and now I'm here. Basically, I've always been tall. So I was like 6'1", or 6 feet at 13 years old. So I arrived at practice. I just like signed, like asked for doing a tryout, and they say like, yeah, maybe we're gonna see how you play. But obviously, like you never played before, so we're gonna put you in the second team. And I arrived, and they directly put me in the first team because I was athletic and I run fast. So and yeah, after a few games, I was starting five. Yeah, I've been playing power forward or center for the first 2 years, and that was just power forward. And then when I moved to France, I was playing a shooting guard and a small forward. And so now I play like from two to four. I can play every position. So it's kind of it helped me to like extend my game playing all these positions. Yeah, like but I'm from Argentina. Like I have both passports, Swiss and Argentina. And my dad was really he's a soccer fan. So he made me play soccer since I was three. And yeah, so he wanted me to like be professional soccer player. But like I'm the only athlete in the family. I have a cousin who was a professional boxer, but that's pretty much it. Like I'm the only athlete in my family. So his whole it was of a soccer player was only me. And one day from the other, I said no, and he was so angry. He didn't talk to me for like a week. But yeah, I'm between 6'7", 6'8". I weigh 215 around this. My goal is to go to 225. And still be really like athletic, like fast as I am right now. And my wingspan is like 6'9" or 6'10", stuff like this. I don't know. Like my dad's 6'1", my mom's 5'9", and but my mom's has like cousins that are like 6'8", 6'5" or 6'6". So maybe it's coming from that side, but I don't know. I don't really know. Because my brother is like 6'4", so we're both pretty tall. Um, I do everything. I can do everything. That's why I play small forward. So but I mostly shoot threes. Yeah, catch and shoot threes are like my main thing. But I also like drive a lot to the basket. 1, 2 dribbles, not much. I don't really. I just dribble to go to the basket and just score. And once I jump, I I pass, I take screens, I pick and rolls, everything. I set screens also. I do like I'm pretty much versatile, so I do it all on the court. I push the ball, I run fast breaks and stuff, everything. But my main thing is shooting and driving. Yeah, I can play defense from I would say two to five. I can all core defense. I can do it on guards. I can defend low post on centers. I can no middle. That's what I've been teaching. I've been taught in France. So like pretty much I have defensive highlights from the game, and you can see no like getting beat in defense is not really what I do. Like I always stay in front of my man, and that's my job actually. So yeah, I actually France made me learn how to like defense, playing defense. So now I like to play defense and hard defense. I always talk. Communication is the key. So I'm trying to be a leader in defense and in offense, and it worked during the game. So just gonna keep doing it. So GDA Dijon is the DNA of that club is defense. So almost every day I practice, we had like one-on-one full court defense, which was really tiring. I didn't like it for first. I've never liked it, but it was really like I knew it was gonna have me later because I'm gonna play professional like everywhere. So I knew it was gonna have me for my personal career. So I was like, yeah, it's gonna have me. So I can just go and do the job But now like I see how it works here and how I play defense on that guy. So he didn't score that much, so it worked. So yeah, really a lot of defense practice. We're mostly focused on defense, so that's how I really like got tougher and practice my defense on guards. We're never gonna get perfect at handling the ball, so I would say handling the ball and the vision of the court. I like I can do no look passes. Like I analyze the game, but like I still have to work on it. I want to be like really good at it. Like having to really anticipate things. Like that. These are the main things I want to like improve handling and the vision. Um, that's a nice question. I would say when I arrived in the game, like nobody knew I could shoot. So when I started shooting right away after 30 seconds, like I scored a three. So that's when like the defense started to come up on me a little bit. But I still was putting up on their faces. But and then when they really started like coming at me, I started driving the ball and like I would say the way I can be underrated is my the way I explode to the basket. Like my first step is really fast. So that's really when people like they tend to like just go easy on defense on me and that just pass. And I think that's the main thing. People like they sleep on me a little bit. And then I punish them by scoring on their face. That's pretty much what I do. Yeah, 2019. It was it was the beginning of my third year of basketball. After my second year of basketball, I was a rookie with the national team. So I did the European Championship, but I was still starting five, but like I was really the youngest one in the team in U16. Yeah, U16. And then I was captain for the second year because of my experience and the way I talk. Like I try to bring everybody together, even though they like in Switzerland we speak four different languages. So we had the Italian part, the German part, and the French part. And as I arrived on that camp we did in April, I started really like to talk to everybody and trying to make everybody talk to each other. And the coach noticed, and he wanted me to be the voice on and like the leader of that team on and off the court, which worked because we had like kind of a strong performance at the European Championship and this past summer too. So yeah, it worked. It made me improve my game, my mental toughness because after like my first year when I was a rookie, I've just been doing 2 seasons of basketball in my life and being here I played against Serbia, which they were all like 6'10" and 100 kilos. And I was 6'5", but I was so skinny and having I was playing 4 and 5. So I had a defense on these big people and I was getting walked on, run over, and really that made me like kind of improve my toughness because I never give up. Like it's not something I do. So I was really trying to fight, and I try to fight so bad that like I got 5 fouls. I got like fouled out, but like yeah, playing against other national teams and they all want to like Switzerland is like underdog team in the tournament, so having to have that mindset of we have to prove everybody like we can play is really something like that made me prove my mental like toughness and everybody was looking at us like looking down kind of, so we had to prove them wrong even though it was hard. Like we never give up, and that's pretty much the mindset of Switzerland. Everybody think we soft, but then we show them like we can play. And it's basically the mindset I have now since this game against Serbia, my first year. Game me like made me realize I have to put some weight on, like go to the weight room a little bit, eat, because like physically I wasn't ready my first year. So then I started playing physical and getting work. So yeah, getting prepared, all that stuff. The the like how to say, I don't know how to say this, but like the extra work, yeah, the extra work you have to put in. Because in Switzerland, like yeah, they make you like better at basketball, but like it's not enough if you want to play pro like internationally. So all the extra I had to put in made me like way more performant during the European Championship. Um, I like with the guy I work with, it was kind of late. It was like beginning of July, I think, and I had to go to the national team. So for a month, I wouldn't be really able to be on the phone and talk to a lot of schools. So and that guy knows my coach, Coach Farmer. So they kind of talked together, and the way he presented me to school, he described it, the way he wanted me to be in his, the way I would be playing in his game, kind of his motion and his team, the role I would have. Really like, I really liked it, and I said like, yeah, let's go. I don't want to lose time. I don't want to waste my time like trying to talk to schools I would never go to, and that's basically why I signed. I felt really good with it, and yeah, so I felt like it was the mean I was meant to come here and play for Coach Farmer and Williston. Uh exactly 3 months today. Yeah. Yeah, I felt like it's been way longer than that because fall was really long. Not having really We started really practicing 2 weeks ago. So yeah, fall was really long time just working on my skills and my game. And but yeah, I really felt good, and I feel like I improved my game more here than I did in France in 2 years. So yeah, I really enjoyed that being here. My shoot, my shot, shooting form. I had a little ache on my wrist. That was kind of doing like this, and that's why I didn't score much. And since I fixed this, my shot is like, I wouldn't say perfect, but the form is like way better, and it worked. Like if you, I've never shot seven threes and scored five on them like in my life. So I feel like it really worked, and I would say my confidence on my game. Before the European Championship, I wasn't really like dribbling the ball. I was passing or just want to dribble it. But now, like since I got back from the European Championship, I don't hesitate to like take the ball and just bring the ball in the offense, like be the point guard. So yeah, my confidence and my shot are basically the main things that got improved here. In France, I wasn't only playing with the under 18 team, so I was really practicing with people like the under 21. We call whole teams. There, some guys are playing with the professional teams, like uh first division professional teams in France. So really tough matches I have. So having to play against D1 prospects, it's not really new to me. Like good players, not really new because the European Championship or France, they're kind of the same level. But yeah, definitely like the thing I had to adapt the most, who had asked me to like the most time was the game like motion. Like in France, it's really like you have 20 sets and you just know them, you know your role. Even though I was playing 2, 3, 4, I had to know like every sets for three positions we were, and having to come here and having to like count on creativity and all that stuff was really new. So the first game I was kind of lost, but then the first game was Friday, and Saturday I played against Princeton. So my adaptation was kind of quick, I would say. But yeah, I feel like I played way better against really good team with a lot of expectations. When like the game is kind of expect when we expect the game is going to be really tough and difficult. That's where I played the best. So I was expecting a really a tough team on Saturday. That's why I think my killer mindset was on. I would say no. When I was playing soccer, I wasn't like this. It's maybe since I left my family, I would say since I left Switzerland, I began like it's like I got like thrown in a cage with a lot of tigers or lions that just want to eat me. Like in France, like this, the mindset is like you're alone and you're just if you give up, you're gonna give up. But if you don't, it's gonna be hell for you. And kind of 2 years in France, it was kind of hell for me. Like, but it was what I needed to like be like right now. I'm never gonna give up. I'm always gonna be full of energy, always gonna talk in defense, always gonna give 400% of everything. I like jump on every ball on the floor. And I had a in the during the game I did this like multiple times. I just dived on the floor and I'm always talking, always trying to put my teammates on the game, like mentally, be ready, be tough, play physical. And I'm not scared to like do a hard foul just to show my team I like we have to play physical, like get into the game. That's basically what I do in the European Championship. Like guys mostly take really like a quarter before start to play. So in the first quarter, sometimes I just big foul and just I scream at my guys, I yell at my guys like, let's go, let's wake up and let's play basketball. Like stop being scared. And because I'm not scared at everything. Like so basically that's pretty much it. The killer mindset is like nobody who's in front of me, he's dead. He's dead kinda. He's not gonna perform against me or yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes, as soon as I arrived, the coach was there, made me a tour of the town of the city. Then I had like orientation stuff, like activities and stuff. So I get to know a lot of people. I make friends really quick, and yeah, I have some really good people that really help me, and the teachers. Everybody here is like kind of family. Like teachers are really like helpful and they understand like yeah you come from like Europe or you're international, new international, first time learning English, and like they really helped me to adapt myself and to. So it was really smooth, even basketball. So yeah, I feel like my adaptation from France to like America was really smoother than Switzerland to France. Switzerland to France was hell, and now I'm like I feel really good here. Like I really love America. In high school, I would say to be mentally ready because play here like a lot of players they trash talk. So if you're like mentally weak, you're just gonna play their game and you're gonna like they're gonna get into your head and coaches push us like a lot to like toward our limits just to push our limits. So mentally be ready and never give up. Like because your game you can be like just a shooter, you're gonna be shooting. So just be confident and really like yeah, try to have like that tough mindset. I never give up. I will always give my best day after day. So because it's a process, you're not gonna play for a month. You're gonna be here for at least 1 year, like I do, 9 months. So I knew it was short. I knew I had to like start to work early. So I switched my mindset. I said, as soon as I arrived on campus, it's time to work. So it's basically what I did. And yeah, the mindset. I feel like mental health is really the most important thing. If you're good mentally, you're good. You can be. You're good physically. You can be. If you're not good mentally, physically you're gonna have problems too. Like it goes together. I feel like so. If you, I make sure. I always make sure my mental health is really like good. So physically, I feel like also good. Like when you're ready, you feel good, ready to work, ready to destroy your body at a lift or just so. Well, I'm going far, but like yeah, now mindset like be ready mentally and be tough, never give up. That's pretty much it. So so I'm Christian. Like so every time like something goes wrong or I'm like, yeah, God has a plan. God has a plan. It's God's plan. So and then it like boosts me up. So like I feel really like okay, it's all good. Maybe this is what I'm meant to it's meant to happen. So I gotta go with it and go through it. Like if I have a like an obstacle or challenge in front of me, I'm not gonna like turn on around and just continue my life. I'm just gonna go through it and just fight and solve the problems. That's pretty much how I work. And yeah, so I would say my faith is really what makes me stay really good mentally. That I can do everything. It's pretty much what I wanted to show. That I shoot the ball, I can dribble the ball, I pass the ball, I play defense a lot, I play tough, I play physical. I don't hesitate to like use my body to push people and just make my way to the basket. Yeah, just show my skills. I can do it all on the court, on both sides of the court. So yeah, that's pretty much what I showed. And having this scoring these threes and not being like scared to like take my shots and all this is basically what I wanted to show and it worked. So I'm pretty much happy about it and show my leadership. I'm always trying to like improve my leadership. That's why I read books in my free time about leadership and how to be a good leader for a team and in life in general, because I feel like it's what I'm meant to be. So yeah, I feel like leadership and the fact that I can do it all on the court on both sides of the court is pretty much what I wanted to show and it worked. Yeah, interests. I had Drexel University in Philadelphia. I just they came to Williston today to talk to me, and we had a really good talk. So yeah, really interesting. And I had a lot of interests. I don't know every interest I have. It's basically the guy I work with, I know everything. He talks to the school. Um, but yeah, I kind of had. I've been talking to University in Tennessee Martin a little bit in April, but since then I haven't been like I was focused on my season, and I was like I'm kind of like gonna let this recruiting process for the season. But now I'm in the season started, so I'm gonna start to really be more focused on this. Yeah, I want to like be committed soon because like be committed is like I've been thinking about it nonstop since I'm 15 years old, basically since I wanted to play D1 ball. Like seeing all these people like doing these videos of committing and stuff. That's what I wanted to do. So committing, I wanted to do like around verbally around February, during February. So yeah, I don't have time to lose. I have to perform. I have to like keep going. Like I played on Saturday, last Saturday, and yeah, it's pretty much my plan. I want to commit soon, like as soon as possible. When I feel like the university that offered me is the one I feel the best with, that can prepare me the best for playing professional later at the highest level, having the best career. As soon as I feel it, I'm gonna commit. My first really dream school was Oregon, University of Oregon, like the big O. Yeah, because I love the court. I loved like the fact that Nike was doing a lot of things with it, and they were really playing good. And they had like, oh, I don't remember his name, but they had that player that had so much bounce. I was like, wow. I was watching all the highlights of the of Oregon, and that was my first one. I was 15, always watching like Oregon University, and then I switched to like kind of just watching high major like Big East, Big Ten, Pac-12, Big 12, pretty much every conference is ACC. These are like the conference I watch the most because like the toughest basketball, I would say. So yeah, I had like Ohio State, Georgetown, kind of these universities I really want to play for because I saw a lot of players in Europe, professional players. They were from Ohio State. Seeing them like the way they play, I'm like, oh, if I go there, I will be like so good coming out of it. So I was like, yeah, Ohio State, UCLA, Georgetown, all these schools. So yeah, I was once I was in class and we're watching a movie that was kind of boring, and I was like listing all the schools I know, all the universities I know, and yeah, I have like 100. I wrote 100 names of universities for like an hour. Yeah, well, yeah,
Nice.
D1 has been in my head nonstop since yeah for the past 3 years. Academics are really important also. So I want to like school that can really give me a safety pack because I study business. I want to study business, and yeah, I would say a school that can provide me a good business degree, um, but that can really prepare me for like to the best career I can ever have in basketball. So having both would be perfect. And also Ohio State is in the top 50 for academics and for and if I could play there, that would be so good. But yeah, I see in basketball they've always been really good program. So I would say yeah, having both academic and athletic really like good and well known, that would be like perfect. Um, I would say bringing everybody together. There is always like at the beginning of the year, new teams, new people. There's always like groups, kind of people getting like being alone on their sides, and I feel like since I'm the captain of the national team, even before I was like I've always even in the classroom when I was in middle school, I was like trying to talk to and joke with the people that were like really introvert and not really talking. So I've always been trying to like not introduce but put these people give these people more confidence so they can really like talk to everybody, not be scared of like talking. So bringing people together is basically what I do. every group because like I don't like to see people like on their sides and being scared to talk to the main group because maybe they're gonna judge them or so basically, yeah, I would say this. And jokes. I'm like I always do jokes. I always like the younger guys. I'm trying to like make them kind of like not struggle, but like kind of yeah, kind of rookies. Giving my backpack stuff like this. Internationally, I did this a lot. Yeah, yeah. Jason Tatum. I watch pretty much every day. I watch his highlights of every game. Um, yeah, he's definitely my favorite player. So yeah, during Christmas break, I'm gonna go see the Celtics game. So yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Like I always analyze his game, the way he works out, the way I kind of do the same because he's a small forward and he can shoot, he does everything. I do everything. So I'm kind of like putting my game and his game together, trying to do the same. So yeah, he's kind of an example to me. So I wear the same number he had in high school, 22. So yeah, I would say having a family later, the family I'm gonna have later, I want to be able to like, I wouldn't say money is my motivation, but like having a family and like a lot of money would be the perfect life for me. And having an impact on people, positive impact. I know in basketball, like a lot of people watch you, look up to you. So having this and be an example of the court and on the court would be the way I could have the biggest impact in my life. So I would say having an impact on people later and have be a good husband, a good dad, and these are like my motivation. So my goal is be the best version of myself in every aspect of my life, and I think it's the best goal because you're never gonna reach you're never gonna reach it. So it's like a full life process because like you're never gonna be perfect. So you're always gonna be trying to improve something. It gives you like motivation, and life is not boring when you have like goals to achieve. So I would say yeah, motivation would be the best every be the best at having a positive impact on people. There are some simple ones like one day at a time, like and always trying to be like trying to work harder today than you did yesterday, trying to perform better today than you did yesterday. And this one is a the one I receive a lot like every year. Like my dad works. No, he asked me always. He asks me to work harder, and he kills me sometimes during his workouts. He does some workouts of basketball. He kills me, and he's like, "No, you got to go harder." And we stay like for 5 hours shooting, and I would say be better than you were yesterday, and be an example. Like not living like everybody's watching you, but like kind of always be an example in what you do. Always show a good attitude. Um, like if young kids were looking at you, what would you do? How you would react to this? How you would? That's basically two of the advices I really. This one was my mom. Was my dad. My mom's most about like behavior and attitude, and my dad's more about hard work. So yeah, they're the people that gives me the most advices since I started playing like since they saw I want to play professional, I can't play professional. They really gave me advices that really can help me later, and it helps me, sticks in my mind. So I never forget about it. So when I stopped, I was really like getting started getting recruiting good teams for soccer, And as soon as they talked to me, like 1 week later, I said, I want to play anymore because I've been playing for like 9, 10 years. So I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with it. And him being mad at me for like the first year, he didn't come to my games. My first year, my second year, I was getting better. More people were coming to the games, and I was getting more like watched and known. So he was like, yeah, but he still plays in Geneva, so he didn't really care. And when I got recruited for, when he saw I was getting like always super quick, I was getting my career like really got bigger like super quickly. He really started like to be like more supportive. And when I went to France, he was that's when I got recruited to go to France, he was like, okay, that's serious. And that's when he really started to be like supportive. And then COVID hit and I came back home and he was like, right, let's go work out, take your rebounds, let's go. And I was like, oh, okay. Now you support my career. Huh? But yeah, I feel like when he kind of realized that basketball was really what I could do for a living and I could do like represent my family. When I did my European championship, having my jerseys with his last name on the back, that's pretty much when he realized that basketball was the best thing for me. And yeah, since then he's really supportive and first time he always had something wrong with my games, like something that went wrong I can improve. And today he called me about my performance. He was so happy. I was like, "Are you my dad?" Like, and yeah, he was really proud of the game I did. And I said like it's just the beginning. And he was really proud of who I was, who I was becoming, and how I was using his last name. So yeah, he's really supportive. My mom, since the beginning, she was really supportive. She was always agreed with me traveling, like leaving my family at 15 just to play basketball and like establish my career. So both are really like supportive. I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have them. Our business is really like uh, I've been in business high school for my third year of basketball. I was in high school, business high school in Switzerland, and then I went to France and did my. So I skipped my sophomore year. I did freshman, junior, and senior. And in France, that's really where I really enjoyed being in class. I was like, I didn't like class before, and then these teachers were like really making me like business and management. So I was like, yeah, I want to, maybe I want to work for in this area later, or just study it at least. And yeah, so business is really because having the financial. I want to have a lot of money, like definitely. I want to have like millions. So investments, like stock market, real estate, everything like that can makes your financial life better. I study it in my free time. I read a lot of books. That's also what I did. Business books, self-development, psychology books. Really things I like to learn. I like to learn. Specifically, what I do in my free time, I learn things. I never go to parties. Almost like I like to like invest my time for the future. Like you're gonna party when you're gonna reach all your goals, but my goals will never be reached. So I don't think I'm gonna party, not for now. And yeah, as I'm establishing career, is for me it's really important like to invest my time in something that really is gonna make me better later. So learn things is what I do in my free time basically. And I lift in my free time. I want to get bigger. Yeah, these are the two things I do the most in my free time: lift and read. That's a good question because in 2021 I read like 6 books. So I would say Rich Dad Poor Dad. I don't know if you heard of it, but like I always wanted to read that book since I started studying business, and the fact that I read it now, and I'm not reading like just to read. I really highlight in the books, and I take notes, and so yeah, that book really made me like kind of realize what I want as a financial life, like my financial life, how I want it to be, and how stable, what kind of things I can do to make it stable, and yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and this book, the one I finished last week, uh, getting things done about productivity, the most in but get like do the most with less effort possible, like being really productive and without having like feeling stress or stuff. It really helps. The techniques are really good. Um, yeah, it really boosts you. Like when you learn that kind of things, really like really interesting. And I would say also 48 Laws of Power. Really book about like how to be kind of how to be the boss. In like when you talk with someone. Yeah, these are like 3 books that really like mark me for this year and for the past years. I've read so many books. I don't know. But yeah, these 3 books were really like the one I enjoyed the most to read and take notes on it. Oh, wow, that's a good question. I've been traveling a lot with basketball. I've been everywhere in Europe, but I still want to like travel more, discover more cultures. Like it's kind of learning when you discover more things, and yeah, I would say travel. Like I'm not gonna go back to Switzerland even though I could during Christmas break. I wanted to stay here, so I'm gonna like maybe go to Chicago also, maybe go to see my friend in Houston or San Diego, and even Washington. So yeah, I would say it's really hard because I basically do all this, just all this, getting to know people, maybe discover like here in Williston, there we have like around 80 countries represented by students, so a lot of different cultures and stuff. So it's really interesting to talk to. Like my girlfriend is from Hong Kong, so yeah, that's really interesting. Like having her talking about her culture and all this, and she's here at Wilson. So but yeah, like having all these people, like my friends from Japan, my roommates from America, so having all these people is really interesting. But like it's really hard to find a hobby because I won't play video games like he's doing right now. But like no, I don't, oh yeah, watching movies. I watch a lot of movies. Um, my favorite ones is Point Break, 1991. Really such a good movie. I can watch it like nonstop. I would say every day. But yeah, I watch a lot of movies, action movies, psychological movies, all the classics, and yeah, watching movies. Hmm. Wow. I would invest most of it, but I would say I would retire my parents. I would retire my mom and just buy the house they wanted. But they already have houses, multiple houses. But like I would say the land they want in Argentina, I would buy it and I would just put them here and just retire them. That's pretty much what I would do. So buy land and put my family and pay my sister's trip. Like she's gonna study in Australia next year, so I would pay this also. And yeah, pay my family what they want and invest 80% of it. 80% I'm gonna invest it. So like my kids gonna have like I can pay the university, the best ones, like Ivy Leagues or stuff like this. I just want the best for my future family. So I would say invest and pay my actual family. I would pay what they need. But I wouldn't pay like Louis Vuitton, Gucci things. I'm not into this. I'm really simple. So no, yeah, just what my family needs and wants. Make
Nice.
them accomplish their dreams. I don't really have dreams. I have goals. For me, dreams are like you think about it, but you never really do something for it. Goals, you do something for it. So I would say I have goals. But my goals are like you don't really need money to accomplish my goals. So I would just invest for the people that might need it. And I would give maybe 20% of it. So invest 60% because there's a lot of people that need money in the world. So yeah, I would give 20%, so 2 millions. So on the court, I would say leader, versatile, um, coachable, and determined. Off the court, I would say determinate also because I know what I want. I know what I how my life I want. Every part of my life is pretty. I already know what I want. Um, Also a leader, I would say, generous and fearless. Generous because I really like protection of the one I love and really like help people is what I do. I really like enjoy and I feel like when I feel like I have to help people. So that's why I would say generous. I don't hesitate to like do some extra effort to help people. Like if your teammate is doing cardio and he can't anymore, I'm like maybe gonna do some cardio with him just to like make it motivate him. Um yeah, just generous because I want to take care of people. Fearless because like God is on my side, so I don't have to fear anybody or anything. Um Determined, yeah, because I pretty much I know everything I want in my life. Um, I know what I want to do. I know how. I just make everything I can so I can reach my goals. And I forgot the last one. Yeah, leader. Um, since I'm a kid, yeah, since like middle school, people like kind of look. There's some people look up to me because like I don't know, as I want to be an example, leader are examples for people. So I would say, yeah, I want to be a good example. I want to have an impact on people, and how to be a leader is being a leader is being an example, and people that look up to you do the same thing, so you have an impact on them. And off the court, like the fact that you never give up, the fact that you really like do everything you can to have the best life you can have, to be the best you can be, is really like um that really motivates people. So I would say being a leader for is being an example for every person that looks at you just in a basic like everyday life. I know like the topic of the thing would be really like a book about motivation that was supposed to like that a book that motivate people. I would say yeah, never give up or something like this, or like from I don't know from this little neighborhood in Geneva to I don't know the biggest accomplishment I'm gonna do in my life. Oh, fearless because this has been or just like yeah, fight against fear, something like this. I would say something that really motivates people and that can really change people's mind. As I would say, like a lot of people are going to read the book. So if I can have an impact on these people by motivating them to have a better life or just motivating them that to reach their goals in life, I would say make put a title that can set the tone. I would say so something like really I don't know, not punch them, but like make him like, oh, okay, this is no joke. This is really about accomplishment. I would say David Goggins, uh, because he's the guy with the toughest mindset on earth. Like I don't know if you know his story, but like it's really like inspiring. He was um he's the first guy that really completed the Navy SEAL test like 100%. Uh, he he was he was overweight, overweight, and then he went to the Navy SEALs, and then he really has the biggest like motivation ever. He the toughest mindset on earth. So having a dinner with him, really like I would say I would come out of that dinner like really way boosted and way different and tougher. I would say. So yeah, I'm all about like maximizing and like really reaching my full potential everywhere and having the his mindset would be awesome. That's why I want to read his book. This is my I have already have like that. This is my new book. Uh, it's also about like self development. So sorry for this, but like yeah, the next one's like "Can't Hurt Me" by David Goggins. It's my the next book I'm gonna read. Being I would say being a really like good human being, motivating people, motivating guy, like someone that had a positive impact. Like I would say for being an example, like on and off the court, being a good leader, being like, of course, a good basketball player. But basketball is not only about like performing; it's also about the impact you can have on people. And I would say, yeah, remembered for who I am as a person, like my accomplishment, my yeah, who I am, everything, like pretty much everything, and the mindset. Like David Goggins is gonna be remembered for his mindset, for his accomplishment. I want to be remembered the same way. Mindset, accomplishments, the impact I had on people, and and still like when I'm gonna be there, like still having like an impact on these people that are gonna like maybe read the book I wanna write because one of my projects are like is to write a book. Um, and yeah, I would say this still have an impact later on on people's mindsets and people's mind just in yeah, I would say this.